Well, hello and welcome. Hope you're all doing well. And we're here with a very positive article, so settle in. So the article here says, Chef Jose Andres has praised his friends Meghan and Harry for volunteering during the LA wildfires. In an interview with People published on January the 19th, the chef said that he was glad to see the couple, quote, show up like so many others, end quote. So the article here said, regardless of the cameras or criticisms Harry and Meghan may have faced as a result of them showing up, he still said they showed up when it mattered. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex, who live in Montecito, about 90 miles north of the LA area, have quietly aided the wildfire relief efforts as blazes tore across Southern California, donating supplies, connecting with affected families, and serving meals with World Central Kitchen. Jose said, quote, I mean, listen, I consider them friends. I know that they are in the spotlight, not just in America, but in Britain. And I can tell you from what I know is they don't have to, but they decide to do it, end quote. Talking about them showing up. As we know, Harry and Meghan visited the World Central Kitchen location in Pasadena to help distribute food and supplies to victims of the Eaton fire. Andres said, quote, probably you feel like it's better that nobody does anything because nobody criticizes you for showing up. But the amazing thing is that they show up. The hugs I saw them give to people that recognize them, and even people that don't recognize them, it's people that just want somebody to listen to them and give them a hug, end quote. He also added, quote, I'm just glad that they show up like so many others, end quote. Like another one of his famous friends who assisted the WCK in its fire relief efforts in the LA area, Jennifer Garner and the Sussexes were there to help, not for media attention, Andres explains, saying, quote, the joy they bring to the people, the joy they bring to the first responders or the people that lost everything, and to see those celebrities giving hugs and crying with the people. When some of those celebrities lost their homes, they could be home, but they are here. End quote. He also said, quote, and I think anybody that does anything, celebrity or not, only they will always forever get my applause and my recognition, end quote. He continued that some of the individuals assisting WCK and other relief efforts, quote, may be celebrities, but in those moments they are one more person willing to do absolutely anything for anybody, end quote. And he also said, quote, so for everybody that was able to show up even for an hour, for me, they're amazing people because they don't have to, because some of them, they're suffering the consequences, maybe of the fire. But there they are, and they don't do it where there are cameras. They're doing it where there is nobody. And that makes it very special, end quote. So yes, he was there speaking about Harry and Meghan anonymously providing support to victims of the wildfires. Had so many stories coming out that according to the Pasadena mayor, he said, quote, they really bolstered the spirits of the first responders. So that's the first story of the day. Share your thoughts on that. I love the fact that he is speaking up about Harry and Meghan showing up, because it was completely counter to some of the narrative that some celebrities were showing up for photo ops or for good PR. And he's here just disproving that, saying that they were showing up even when there were no cameras, nobody could see exactly what they were doing. And Harry and Meghan were there for the better part of the day, serving food, talking to individuals, and no one even knew they were there. And I love Meghan. She has not let the noise get to her. She continued on showing up, even on other occasions, to assist, to partner with those who are doing good, to donate. So that is the first story of the day. Share thoughts on that in the comment section below. So as we know, we have this week an extraordinary personal legal battle of the Duke of Sussex, which has been years in preparation and is going to pit one of the most famous members of the British royal family, I would argue the most famous one, against the world's best-known media baron this week. On Tuesday, Prince Harry's lawsuit against Rupert Murdoch's newspaper group, owners of The Sun and the now defunct News of the World, will officially begin at the High Court in London. So first of all, we pray for Harry, protection, for him to be protected in his time in the UK. So the article here says Prince Harry fifth in line to the throne, King Charles's youngest son, who lives in the United States, is due to appear in court in person once the case gets fully underway next month. The Duke of Sussex is suing NGN News Group newspapers over the claims that journalists on its popular titles worked unlawfully with private investigators delving into his personal life between 1996 and 2011. He sees himself as a champion, one of the last men standing in a struggle to get the newspapers to take legal responsibility for the crimes he and others have alleged. Another surviving case brought by Watson, former Labour deputy leader, will be heard alongside the princes. About 40 other claimants, many of them celebrities such as Hugh Grant and Sienna Miller, already settled claims against Murdoch Group. Most were deterred from going to trial by the huge legal bills that could be imposed on them even after a win in court. If they had previously rejected a financial offer from NGN to pursue their grievance, they could have been found liable for millions. After accepting a settlement last year, Grant said he did so after finding out he could be liable for £10 million in cost. So, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, spoke about this at the New York Times event before Christmas, saying, quote, "They have settled because they have had to settle. One of the main reasons for seeing this through is accountability, because I am the last person that can actually achieve that," end quote. The civil trial is scheduled to run till mid-March and is likely to draw in other famous witnesses, including Grant, Miller, and Lily Allen, as well as testimony from eminent figures such as former Prime Minister Gordon Brown and the Justice Minister Shabana Mahmood, and this will involve public statements from whistleblowing journalists. So I wanted just to add that in here because we know Harry has been on this campaign launching his legal action against NGN in 2019, the same week that his wife, Meghan, launched her own case against the Mail on Sunday for alleged breach of privacy and copyright infringement over its publishing of a private letter that she had sent to her father. So we know that the Sussexes have been seeing what a lot of people have considered retaliatory articles against them for taking on the press. And Harry, as he said, he wants to hold key people accountable, in quotes, for the damages that he alleges was done to himself and his wider family as a result of intrusion and harassment from the press. So early weeks in court will cover what are termed as generic issues, in quotes, such as examining how widespread any unlawful practices were and who knew of them. According to an article, worryingly for the defendants, broad legal proofs that unlawful information gathering was routine could be established here just by inference, in quotes, rather than with explicit documentation. Signs of concealment of a coded language or that the destruction of paperwork was rife would also be damaging to the defense. And the first phase will also examine allegations that NGN misled the police and provided false statements to the Leveson Public Inquiry into Media Ethics between 2011 and 2012. And those presenting Prince Harry's lawsuit, it is understood, do not expect to lose any more than 30 individual allegations of unlawful activity, but the bigger prize is in the final hearing of the evidence in open court, saying, quote, "This will be about witnesses speaking their truth in front of the police and in the public," end quote. Most significant may be any evidence supporting the claim that newspaper staff committed perjury or perverted the course of justice. And Tom Watson's case, which will allege the hacking of the parliamentary committee he formerly chaired while it sat to consider the hacking allegations themselves, will be heard from the 10th of February before the Prince's case. And Prince Harry wants to attend the Invictus Games, of which is founder and patron, and which begins on the 8th of February before appearing in court. He also is thought to be planning to call on only a few witnesses to spare others from being thrust into the spotlight. So that also will be something very intriguing. And Harry also testified before in a hacking case brought against Mirror Group newspapers in the summer of 2023, and the judge in the upcoming case, Timothy Fancourt, also heard that case and ruled the prince had been a victim of, quote, widespread and habitual hacking, end quote. He was awarded £140,600 and then settled the rest of his privacy claim against Mirror Group for at least £400,000. So let's once again pray for Harry. He has quite a lot coming up. As I also mentioned there, the Invictus Games will also be underway. So once again, this is very important to Harry, and he is not going to give up. This is his campaign against the tabloid journalism, and he has quite a case, and it is going ahead. So what happens over the next 2 months will be very defining for not only Prince Harry's legacy, but the future of British journalism as an institution, especially the tabloid press. NGN has apologized in the past for unlawful practices, and they have settled cases brought by over 1,300 claimants to the tune of about £1 billion, including legal cost. As I said, the settlement has just left 2 claimants, Prince Harry as well as Tom Watson, the former Labour MP, who, as I mentioned, his own issues, he claimed his own phone was targeted. So once again, let's keep Harry in prayers. And of course, I have to add here as the note, NGN strongly denies that any of its titles hacked Mr. Watson or acted unlawfully, but will also argue that its claim was brought out of time, and the Duke of Sussex's allegations of mobile phone hacking have been struck out by the court, so will not be part of the trial. His claim focuses now on allegations of unlawful information gathering. His claim will be fully defended, including on the grounds that it is brought out of time, end quote. So that's NGN's quote. So share your thoughts on this very defining trial that is about to start on Tuesday, and let's pray for justice to prevail. So share your thoughts on this in the comment section below. As always, before we log off, I'm here to thank those of you who support this channel financially and shout out a couple of you here by name. A very special thank you to you, Gail Tapscott. Thank you for your invaluable contributions to this channel. I'm so profoundly grateful for your love and for choosing to accompany me here on this YouTube journey. You are cherished and valued, and thank you for always being kind. May God bless you and yours. And now a very special thank you to those of you who gave through Super Chat. A very special thank you to you. You go by the handle Black Queen. Thank you for the genuine kindness and the substantial support that you continue to show. Thank you for going above and beyond. You are greatly appreciated, not only by me, but by this community here on YouTube. Thank you for making such a huge difference. I love you. I truly do. God bless. A very special thank you to those who gave through Super Thanks. A very special thank you to you, Jennifer Clark 2165. Thank you for your thoughtfulness and generosity. You have warmed me with your kindness. Thank you for being a part of this channel. God bless. And a very special thank you as well to you, Olivia Johnson. Olivia Johnson, who once again has been such a tremendous boost to this channel. Your love and support, that has truly been a blessing, and you are such a gift. Thank you. I love you. God bless you. And a very special thank you as well to you. You go by the handle Elegant Pause 4650. I am so warmed by your caring and loving gesture. I would like to say that I appreciate you for your invaluable support. Your altruism and your dedication are deeply appreciated. Thank you. Once again, thank you to all who support this channel financially. If you like this one, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, click subscribe, follow on Twitter or X. I'd love to see you there for more informal posts. Have a great day. Keep it here for more, and I will catch you in the next one. Have a blessed one.